in between the VP and the requisition point. It can be very annoying if you get, say for example, a heavy weapons team, a guardian weapons team, you know, some kind of suppression team inside that building. It makes it very difficult to go around that sort of area, but we're into the game now. I've just realised that overlay didn't actually work, so let me turn it off. My bad. Okay. I should have seen that coming. But anyway, we're in the game now, so we have Stickman playing as the Lord General here. We have at the top lane, we have Narcolepsy playing as that Sorcerer. We have in the top lane as well, Grosvenor playing as the Kommando Knob, and Evil Mara in the bottom playing as the Brother Captain. Lord General going in for an early cap onto that center VP to try and put down some early VP pressure onto the opposing team. And just about the map, this is the building that I was talking about. It's very annoying when it gets occupied very early by an opposing team. It makes it, because you need to invest in some sort of building clearer to get them out of there early on, like a flamer or a grenade. And it just makes it very annoying to deal with because you have to wait until that comes up before you can actually do anything about it. And as IG, you don't really want to be buying flamers in your guards just to clear the building of a strike squad, for example. But as Lord General, we can always buy the grenade launcher instead, and at least you've got the move ability, which comes in useful when trying to kite some melee units like the strike squad. Although it's not a melee unit, it could be a bit of both. But as we can see though, this strike squad inside the building, along with the ISTs and Brother Captain, doing a lot of damage to this guardsman squad already, who has a sergeant as well, but they did lose quite a few models there. In the top lane we do see some action going down, some Doombolts hitting some Slugger boys, bring them down to half health. And we have some worship going down here to hide that Sorcerer, although it leaves the heretics open to fire from these shooter boys. We have a couple of models firing already. More Doombolts going down. Kommando Knob is here stealthed. We do have double heretics here for Narcolepsy, but he has got a set of heretics at the very top capping that VP. Stun bomb going down does catch out that heretic squad, and they will be very vulnerable right now. Shooter boys are very aggressively just walking up to those heretics there. Heretics will get forced off. Sluggers do have their burners as well now, so if they decide to occupy this building right here, they will get forced out. Brother Captain is down here. We do have a multi-last turret set up, which Brother Captain is wailing on right now. He will not be able to take it down though by himself. There is guardsman here as well to repair the turret if needed. There is a strike squad model inside that building trying to focus down that turret, but only one model looks like it's firing at the turret at a time, so it's not going to work. We've got the Lord General who's able to cap under fire here on this requisition point. Meanwhile, we've got some gens going up in top. We have 2 gens up here, 2 gens down here. This power is actually taken away from red team, so blue team will find themselves a bit power styled right now. They do have a full generator farm up here, but missing out on a gen farm down here is going to cost them later on if they allow the red team to keep control of that. We have some heretics coming down, in fact, right now. This IST squad does need to be careful. They do have their warrior acolyte here, so they are a lot more tanky than what they normally are. An extra 250 health for the warrior acolyte grants, but still need to be careful about bleeding ISTs. They are quite expensive, and we do actually have the Brother Captain with his troll cape on right now, just going in there for those heretics, deciding to change target now to the Sentinel, seeing it as the Chaos player needs to go up because Orc is pushing in onto that VP. Of commanders now mid. Brother Captain is still going around here with his blessed Aegis. Very tanky, is getting kited around though by the Sentinel. IST is coming back into the fight. Sorcerer going to come in here with some Doombolts though. Doing quite a bit of damage onto those IST, and they will be forced off as well. We do actually have the strike squad who had to leave that building there. They were not able to take down the multi-last turret, so they're having to go back to base now to be safe. Stick bombs getting thrown down. Only one will catch out that CSM squad. And the Kommando Knob will need to be careful. There is detection here in the form of an aspiring champion. And also you don't really want to be retreating your commander for a heretic squad, since they do pretty good damage in retreat. VPs 478 to 434. Blue team finally in control of that bottom power, except for it's not currently noded. Okay, it is noded now. We in fact actually have another multi-last turret going down, which will cover quite a bit of the area down here. Hadstons are here as well. These guardsmen do need to be careful, they're getting quite low, that special from the rubber caps and doing a lot of damage. With the guardsmen gone, there's no more repairs now for this multi-last turret, so it looks like it's going to be a very short-lived multi-last turret. Catachans are quite a nice choice with their power melee. They should be able to do quite a bit of damage to the brother cats if they just decide to melee him. Although Catachans aren't the tankiest of units and are prone to bleeding, so you need to be a bit careful with what you melee. But it looks like the IG player here, happystickman, will be able to hold onto that VP though at the loss of the multi-last turret. We have some heretics here on retreat onto these shooter boys, and they do lose a model right there. And we do see that blue team are in control of the vast majority of the map right now. We actually did have a full gen bash over here by the looks of it. There were 2 generators up there earlier that I saw, and I missed the gen bash that happened up there. Still, no one has actually hit tier 2. We do have Evil Mario being the first person to tech up to tier 2, but other than that, everyone seems very content in tier 1. happystickman does have the resources to tech up, and Narcolepsy and Grosvenor are not that far behind. We do have the unreliable getting used onto the building, which does do damage to the units inside the building. Do you see a Strike Squad model did actually die because of that? And they'll retreat away with 2 models. Brother Captain coming in here onto the mid VP is going to find himself a bit too surrounded and will need to back off there. We do have some Havocs coming up here, which will presumably set up towards the top. Sorcerer going to lay out some Doom Bolts, will catch the tail end of that Slugger Boy squad. Sunbomb going down, landing perfectly onto the Heretics and onto the CSM here. Sorcerer will need to be careful because he cannot follow up without the rest of his army supporting him. Stormboy is going to jump in onto these Heretics. I think this is a big mistake here. Heretics with the Aspiring Champion do quite well against Stormboys. Stormboys are a lot more expensive to lose in comparison to Heretic models, and we see that the squad will actually go down. That was a very brazen jump to jump in by unsupported into an entire army there. We do see that the rest of the army is going to persevere forward. These sluggers will also need to be careful. The Aspiring Champion Heretic squad is going to do quite a lot, even with the CSM melee as well. CSM and melee do alright, to be fair, especially when they're supported by double Aspiring Champion Heretics. In fact, we do have the second squad coming in here for some support. This Kommando Nob will need to be careful. He will need to retreat through both of these squads if he doesn't stealth and get out of there now. Does throw out some stick bombs. Unfortunately, they don't hit the Heretics. They do hit the Sorcerer, however, but the Kommando Nob will go down. This top VP will go back to Narcolepsy. We have a Purigation squad coming out here with their side cannons. Very nice at tearing down vehicles and structures. Just a good against everything, really. They do also have the ability, I think it's called Clear Sight as well, which gives them an extra 25% range for a short burst as well. This multi-last turret, in fact, is actually still up right now. VP is 477 to 262. Red team are falling a little bit behind VP wise. And we do see that happystickman is now tier 2 with Narcolepsy and Grosvenor being halfway to their tier 2 upgrade as well. Rhino here getting that assault cannon upgrade, but still no vehicle armed by the looks of it. Very nice Doom Bolts onto that Purigation squad. They do take quite a big chunk of damage right there, but they will need to get out there. They do get out with 1 model. Guardsmen now with their plasma gun, Strike Squad with their Justica. Lord General with his melter gun as well. This Strike Squad needs to jump into that Rhino, in fact, and they will get out of there just fine. Heretics coming in here might get a bit too low coming into this fight, but it looks like they're alright. That's Aspiring Champion granting some very nice tankiness to them. And the double CSM now will be able to finish off these shooter boys. And I'm kind of interested that he went for double CSM because he brought his second CSM squad after he bought his Havocs, which is something you don't often see, really. And we do have Manticore on the way for happystickman, and Manticores can be difficult to protect on this map. I mean, you can park it in this like little zone over here, but because the map's quite small, it's very easy to get into one person's base, but at the same time the Manticore will be able to cover quite a lot of the map as well. We do have the Brother Captain coming in here to go after these Catachans. As much as Catachans do have power melee, you don't really want to be fighting the Brother Captain since he is a melee beast. Lord General getting the flak jacket now. so we will see some of that later. But we do have some sluggers here using the swarm ability. They're just going to run in there uncontested right now. Do need to be careful of the double Sparring Champion Heretics, even with their knob. I don't think they're going to be enough to win this melee fight right here. Doom Blast going down. Sluggers will get out there. They were not able to finish off the Guardian squad. These sluggers very low, 11 HP. One more Doom Blast could finish them off. Purigation squad is absolutely destroying everything, but these Marcos Inc. CSM though doing quite a lot of damage. This one's just a standard squad, but this Marcos Inc. squad level 2 though doing a lot of damage to the heavy infantry out in the field. We do have a Death Dread coming out now, which is spotted by these heretics. Kommando Knob is kind of getting meleeed there, but looks like he'll be able to get out just fine. No burners or bits upgrade yet onto this Death Dread, but he's going to be met by Chaos Dreadnought, and this Death Dread will need to get out of there since it will not be able to stand up to it. If upgraded though, it will be able to melee down this Dreadnought, I think, but without its upgrade it's a bit too soft. So Purigation Squad and also the Strike Squad with a Psy Cannon as well brings down that Chaos Dreadnought to almost half health within a single salvo. We do see the Manticore Strike coming down here. That Strike Squad does take a couple of losses. Justica is still alive, you can see him running around with his power sword. Kommando Knob going in for some stick bombs. Will actually land very nicely there, taking down 6 models. Death Dread, still no burners or bits upgrade yet, but we do have a Chaos Shrine going down, a Shrine of Zinc. We do have the Sluggers coming back into the fight now. They are just going to go in here. There's no heretics in the area to stop them as well, so Havoc's also going to get unset up as well by these sluggers presumably, but here come the heretics now. Sluggers are actually running through the heretics. They're desperate here for a kill, and the sluggers might actually meet their demise here. No, it's actually going to be a full retreat here for Chaos, and these sluggers will be able to get out just fine. This Shrine of Zinc is going to be going down now to the Death Dread and to the Psy Cannon fire. We do have a creeping barrage coming in onto the VP to try and prevent Red Team from actually being able to capture it, and it's going to do quite a lot of damage to this Shooter Boy squad as well. Do you see that one of the squads? Okay, both the squads are still caught out by it, but it will get out of there in time. Purigation squad is pushing forward now. Will get hit by a Manticore Strike, doing a lot of damage. Death Dread is very low, in fact. 4 HP. It will go down to the Lord General's Melter Gun if he gets in range of it. 3 HP, in fact, it might just go down to Plasma or Bolter Fire, and there you go. Plasma Fire does take that Death Dread down. We do have the Strike Squad trying to get the decap here, but they might lose quite a bit trying to do so. In fact, they lose the entire squad. That squad did have a Justica as well as part of it, so that's quite a large loss, and they did have the Psy Cannon upgrade, so that's a very big victory there for Red Team to take down that Strike Squad. But we do have a double Purigation now for the Brother Captain here. No Psy Cannon upgrade onto the second Purigation squad yet. In fact, it might keep the Flamers. The Flame would be quite nice against the Guardsman here. Shooter Boy squad is in risk of dying here. 4 HP will go down. And we do see that the Guardsmen do need to get out of there. The triple Flamer, triple Psy Cannon is going to be too much for them to handle by themselves. Heretics coming in here onto the Brother Captain now. We'll need to be a bit careful though, they're taking a lot of damage. Purigation with the Flamers deciding that the Heretics are not even worth it, but here comes a Manticore Strike. Will land on both the Purigation squads, forcing them into a retreat. Doesn't look like it took down any models. We do see that the IST and Rhino has died as well for the Brother Captain. And things are looking a little bit grim for Red Team right now. As we look at the amount of units that either team has got, we do see that Blue Team is at the advantage here. VP's 424 to 155. Let's have a quick look at the resources as well. AC3 pop cap as well for the Sorcerer. We do see another Mark of Zinc upgrade coming in onto the CSM squad. Kind of curious what Narcolepsy is planning now with this tier 3 purchase. Maybe a Tome of Subjugation, some Terminators, a Grand Clean one, or a Land Raider. But he does not actually have the pop cap for the majority of the things I've just said. So maybe a Predator. We do see a Power Bash going down here with these Sluggers. We do see a Boy squad, looks like it might go down. 8 HP, will get out of there though just in time. We do see a full retreat there for the Brother Captain as well, as we do have the demonic summoning here, spawning a load of bloodletters. Lord General dropping down his turret. Sluggers will get forced off by that turret. We do have some bloodletters trying to get in there in the retreat path, but it's not going to be enough. The Chaos Dreadnought up at the top, doing a bit of a power bash with his auto cannon and underslung Storm Bolter. We do see triple Purgation squads now coming in here, 2 of them armed with Psy Cannons, 1 of them armed with a Flamer. We do have another IST squad coming out. I'm not actually sure about an IST squad this late in the game with no vehicles to be repaired. This auto cannon squad is going to try and do what it can, but look at the damage that it's taking. The double Purgation will be barely saved here by a Dark Flames and a Manticore Strike, scaring off those Purgation squads. Looks like these IST are going to try and go up to the top and get a cheeky cap up there, but they are going to be met by Marcus Inc. CSM squad and an Inspiring Champion Heretic squad, and we'll get forced off straight away. Lord General down here bashing some power with his melter gun. The Stormtroopers also armed with a melter gun, and the Lord Commissar armed with his bolt pistol. We do have another Hell Fury Strike getting dropped onto that Marcus Inc. squad. Another creeping barrage coming in will catch out both the squads. We do see a couple of models are able to actually escape that though. And this is going to be a full gen bash now. Red team are going to be behind in power with both their generator farms getting taken out. This Chaos Dreadnought did take down the top generator farm, is kind of going to get itself killed though by the Purgation squads now. BP's 424 to 32. Red team needs to do something immediately. We do have a rocks going down, in fact. We'll catch out these guardsmen by looks of it. Very nicely done. In fact, it's actually not going to be enough to finish up the guardsmen. The guardsmen squads will be able to escape there. And it looks like it's going to be game. Red team does not have anything to stop the VP bleed right now, and victory for blue team. And that was game 1. I'm not too sure if it's a best of 3 series, so I'll need to message someone about that. Can I get a Steam overlay? No, I can't. I'll have to wait for this loading screen to end before I can actually ask what's how's it gonna be. All this kind of stuff that I should have asked beforehand, really. Okay, let's quickly ask now. Oh, it's best of 3, okay. Cool, so I'll be jumping into the next game, see how game 2 goes for them. See if one of them gets a game hosted. I'm also going to mute my mic, and I should have like eaten before I done this tournament, but I don't, so I've got like some bread here to just like eat while between games, between casting. I'm going to mute my mic for a second. And I'm back. Still waiting for the other two to now join. I don't know if this is going to be the same as other tournaments where the loser will pick the map or not, but we will see. I think he had more than just an IST and a strike squad, did he not? Before taking up. Actually no, he went for the Blessed Aegis instead of a third unit. And it looks like that red team will get to decide on what map they want to pick first, as you can see in the chat here. Sorry about my noise. Opening myself a drink. So far, okay, Desert Showdown is going to be the next map. That is a very small map, in fact. If I'm remembering Desert Showdown correctly, yes I am. Is the distance between the two bases is incredibly small. It can be very annoying when people are able to retreat much earlier than they could, and it's a lot more difficult to punish them for it. Because of how quickly you can get to base, get back out of base, for example. Everyone's ready, I'm ready. And they are going to announce their champions to each other before we get into the game. So Sorcerer and Lord General are going to be... In fact, everyone's just going to be playing the same commander as they did in the previous game. So, Sorcerer, Lord General, Brother Captain, and Kommando Knob. And we are going to jump into this game. It's been a while since I've seen Desert Showdown, but it's a fun map nonetheless. Hello, Half-Fire. Today you've caught us doing the Beginners 2v2 tournament. Should hopefully be a fun day, some new strategies, and it's been a while since there's been a 2v2 tournament in fact. See how people work together and how they win the games. Some strategies that could get used in 3v3 maybe for a lot of people who play 3v3. But anyway, starting off, we do have in the left of the map, we do have the Lord General played by happystickman. We have Narcolepsy at the very top of the map playing as the Sorcerer. We have Grosvenor playing as Kommando Knob at the very bottom of the map, and on the right hand side of the map we have Evil Mario 5. So Strike Squad coming out for Evil Mario. His Strike Squad feels like it's a little bit late, or is the build time quite long for it, I don't know. But anyway, Sentinels start here for happystickman, followed up by some Guardsmen. CSM start there for Narcolepsy. Double Shooter Boys here for Grosvenor, and Strike Squad here for Evil Mario. Sluggers are already gaining the face of some Guardsmen here. They do need to be careful though, because the Guardsmen are already... They're so close to base that they can rely heavily on those heavy bolter turrets inside of the base to take care of them. I need to remove my overlay. Kommando Knob here, trying to do what damage it can to the Sentinel. Sentinel needs to be careful actually, it's nearly half health already. He needs to be focusing down the Shooter Boy squad as well. There we go, one model goes down there and the Sentinel will be able to get out. For the Sentinel you want to try and bleed as many you want to bleed as many units as possible, since the Sentinel doesn't bleed itself. Makes it a very cost efficient unit if you can go around and bleed all these Shooter and Slugger Boys. Guardsmen are going to be the next target. A stun bomb is going to go down. It will land, in fact. These Guardsmen have been slightly neglected. One model will get out there with 50 HP though. Now on the other side, we have some Eternal War coming in onto the CSM squad. We do have the double heretic build here for Narcolepsy once again. We actually do see that the opponents are kind of switched up. We did see in the previous game that the Orc player was playing against the Sorcerer and vice versa, but this time we actually have the Orcs versus the IG and Sorcerer versus the Grey Knights. Kommando Knob does need to be careful, he's not behind any cover and is very vulnerable there, while the Guardsmen and Lord General are behind some cover at the very least, and Sluggers will get a cap before having to back away there. Meanwhile, the other Brother Captain chasing away some heretics. The Strike Squad is now going to fight some heretics in melee here. Strike Squad does actually alright in melee against the Heretic Squad, but it becomes very inefficient very quickly when you start to lose models though. We do see that a model was lost there for that Strike Squad. We do have the Aspiring Champion coming here for this Heretic Squad as well, giving them some extra tankiness and extra damage, but they will need to retreat out of there because they have reached the opponent's base. So we do have some gen farms here and here, which is oddly, this one gen's a bit far out from the rest of them. Do have a generator here as well. No generators have been built onto this side yet. We do have a power node going down though. We do have the Lord General kind of amassing his forces between the two VPs, ready for the Orc push now, which is coming in here now. Sentinel will be at the forefront there. Could we see a stomp come in? We definitely will see a stomp come in. Very nice. Does catch out all models of that Slugger Boy squad. All of them have been stunned and they do take quite a lot of damage as well. The stomp does do melee damage as well on top of knocking back and stunning. We do have some guardsmen now fighting the shooter boys away. It looks like the Kommando Knob and his shooter boys will back out in that fight. This one shooter boy squad is quite low, down to 2 models. Another model could go down and retreat here, but it looks like the Lord General doesn't want to pursue any further. Grenade Launcher Heretics coming in here with the Aspiring Champion. I'm wondering if that's a bit of a mistake to put the Grenade Launchers onto the squad that already had the Aspiring Champion, or if he wanted his Grenade Launcher Heretics to be even tankier. So this Heretic squad down to 7 models. Another Heretic just died on the Aspiring Champion squad now. Brother Captain doing what he can to be a massive nuisance. Grenade launchers are getting tossed out there. The double IST squad, actually no, it's not a double IST squad, it's an operative squad. Got them a bit mixed up though. This Heretic squad looks like it will go down and retreat. Ooh, we'll get out of there. It looks like Evil Mario did get a bit worried there about his operative squad and decided to retreat both his units. VPs though, 500 to 340. It's been a 2-to-1 cap for quite a long time, and red team has been bleeding VPs because of that 2-to-1 cap. Do have another CSM squad coming out here for Narcolepsy. Still no player has gone to tier 2 yet. We do have a heavy weapons team coming in here for happystickman as well. Stomp going down does catch out the vast majority of the Slugger Boy models. I think only one model was not stunned there. The Looters coming in here now though. Sentinel will need to be careful now. Stomp is on cooldown, but if it tries to stomp the Lure Boy squad, it might go down itself. You see the Sentinel's actually just going around tearing down all the walls. It does actually get a flank onto the Lure Boy squad, but it currently does not have its stomp up though. So it will need to be careful. In fact, the double Shooter Boy squad could just turn and focus down the Sentinel and force it off. I feel like it might go down if not careful. If the Lure Boy squad as well focuses down, it will drop in fact now to the Kommando Knob. Kommando Knob was not stunned there, so he does go down. Looters are going to reset up though. Guardsman and Lord General will be forced off, and red team will be able to get their hands onto this mid VP. Over here we do have some action going down. Strike squad has lost 2 models there. Operatives will get out there with 3 models. 1 more model could go down though in retreat. Looks like it won't. And this double CSM being an absolute pain though. The amount of damage that they're going to lay out with the double Eternal War. In fact, the mid structure has been occupied now by some looters. This heavy weapons team is not going to be able to do much now about it. They will get suppressed in a bit. Kommando Knob will go down here. And sluggers are going to go in here onto the Lord General without any Sentinel now. We need to rely on heavy weapons team to stop these sluggers from getting too close. Grenade going down here very nicely onto these guardsmen here. The IST squad armed with the Warrior Acolyte and the Sergeant. Trying to force melee onto this heavy weapons team will not be able to, as they're still able to get a couple of salvos off before forcing them away. In fact, where the Looter squad's actually died, I'm not too sure. Okay, it died to the Grenade Launcher Heretics over here, and we do have a Power Bash going on at the same time as well. Meanwhile, these Shooter Boys are trying to do what they can to hold, but I feel like they will get forced off. This heavy weapons team is going to prove too much of a problem for them to deal with right now. Brother Captain coming in here to try and interrupt this power bash, although 2 of the generators have already been taken out so far. Does force the retreat though, however. Happystickman already tier 2, we do have Narcolepsy almost tier 2 as well, Grosvenor halfway to tier 2, and Evil Mario did see him be the first one to tier 2 before, but this game he is going to be the last one to tier 2. We could see a power bash in retaliation now from Evil Mario here. He does have the Strike Squad and Operatives here with them. Or we could see a flank onto the IG army. So we do see an auto cannon coming out here now as well. The heavy weapons team upgrade to the auto cannon will get forced off by these Operatives though. But these Operatives take quite a lot of damage from the Lord General. He's doing quite a bit there. I'm pretty sure the Lord Commissar with his bolt pistol does a fair amount of range damage actually. We see the double plasmas onto the Guardsman, which is a bit of an interesting choice against Orcs. I'm not sure. It's a very luxury purchase against Orcs, given that the only heavy infantry that they have is the knobs on their Sherboys at the moment. We do see Markovzine coming out as well onto the CSM squad. Or maybe he bought the plasmas thinking of that you're going to be fighting the Grey Knights a bit more often, and the plasmas are very good against the Strike Squad. The looters, online echo, the looters died due to grenade launcher heretics. Well, that's my assumption anyway. There was grenade launcher heretics in the area around here when the looters died. Sluggers are actually going to be leading the charge in onto these heretics. They do have the knob coming in. I don't know if it's going to be quick enough though. The knob is here now, but they are taking quite a bit of damage. The Markovzine squad do quite a lot of damage to that slugger knob since he is heavy infantry. In fact, the squad might even go down altogether. There is too much ranged fire there for it to handle. VP's 500 to 179. Markovzine Shrine going down here onto the side. We do see that Evil Mario is now tier 2, and he starts off tier 2 by getting the double Justica purchase onto his Strike Squad. So we do see an Incinerator coming in here as well. Some point blank stick bombs going down here. Does take out 3 models there. The Guardsmen are a little bit spread out. It's very difficult to hit everything. And these plasmas allowing the Guardsmen to bash the power a bit quicker than with their regular last rifles. They have a demonic summoning behind this Grey Knight army. Sorcerer will get out there. Does have the Rod of Warpfire as well. Did have enough energy to use the ability, but I don't know if the ability was on cooldown or not. The Markovzine CSM are still here with the Bloodletters spawning out from underneath them. Bloodletters do power melee, so okay, we do have the Lord General coming in here now as well. He does have the flak jacket as well as the melter gun as we saw in the previous game. Brother Captain will need to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage. He does have the Blessed Aegis, making him quite tanky, but he is not going to be tanky enough. He will go down there. The Kommando knob has been repurchased though, so we could see a res from the Kommando knob onto the Brother Captain, although he currently does not have any energy, so he's not going to be able to do it sneakily. And the power bash resumes now with the entire gen farm going down here for red team, but they still do have this single generator over here. See what stick bombs can do. They are throwing their stick bombs, but the Guardsmen are just going to run forward and ignore that. Do have a weird boy coming out though. Could see a shot go down. Do you see the warp vomit going down to stun all these Guardsmen, but the weird boy himself is still not actually firing his staff there. Double Strike Squad moving back to mid after the Lord General. Lord General will bleed an IST model there. You see the Mind Blades getting activated onto these Incinerator Strike Squad, although I don't know if they're going to be able to get into range. They are double Plasma Guardsmen here. Now IST Sword is just going to absolutely melt there. Stick bombs getting thrown down. Will go in between the Lord General and the Guardsmen. Doombolts coming in from afar. We do have the Shrine of Zinc doing some work here with its Doombolts of its own. This one Strike Squad is left in here. We'll need to get back to base because it's getting quite low. Still has its Justica. I think the other squad did lose its Justica, however. Commander Nob will also need to get himself out of there as well. VP's 500 to 60. Some stick bombs going back down again. We'll catch out some heretics who are worshipping the Shrine of Zinc right now. We do see that the Chaos Army is pushing out of base now with full health. Operatives are going to take a lot of damage here. some point blank grenade launchers there. These operatives are going to get meleeed down by the CSM squad and will go down altogether.
Commander here. Our damnable psyker is on the field.
Do you see the weird boy trying to use his staff there to knock back the Lord General's stick bombs, going down, going through the wall in fact. Will catch out the IST supporting the Lord General there. We do see that he's going to reinforce the Sergeant and probably the Lord Commissar following it as well, since he did have those earlier, but has now lost them. Double strike squad coming in here. We do have the Brother Captain coming in here by himself though. Is going to take some damage there from the autocannon, and the Lord General has his turret up there as well. Stick bombs do land, very nice stun bombs, followed up by stick bombs. The guardsmen are very low in fact. A squad with 80 HP, getting away with 5 models then. This Brother Captain is just still tanking damage, but does need to leave now though. 100 HP, 70 HP will get out of there by the looks of it. We do have a creeping barrage coming in. Strike squad will be forced out of there. Weird Boy is going to try and take down the Shrine of Zinc. Death Dread coming in here does not have his burners and bits, so in fact it's going to walk straight into the autocannon range and it's going to go down. Will go down to the autocannon heavy weapons team there. VP's 500 to 17 is a 1-1 cap, so currently neither team is bleeding the other team of VPs. The Sorcerer is going to go in for a cap here. Now it's a 1-0 cap. Blue team will slowly end the game here. Do you see the Rocket Walk Fire getting used on that strike squad, doing some very nice damage. I believe it does plasma cannon damage as well, so it's very effective against heavy infantry. Do you see the Robes of Torment getting used as well? This one strike squad is getting very low. Predator coming in. Predator can drive into base right now and just finish off the strike squad that has managed to get away. But VP bleed is too much and blue team will win this game and they will advance. Meanwhile, red team will go down into the lower bracket since this is a double elimination tournament. So this time I actually remember to have a look at the unit score as well. Kind of forgot to look at that in the previous game. Okay, so the unit score, we do have Narcolepsy as a champion as well, by the way, but unit score is fairly even across the board, not 57 for 44, 56 for 47, 33 for 42, and 45 for 51. Don't know, there isn't really much to say about the resources or point score, other than Narcolepsy building the most gens. So I'm going to have a look in to the lobby and just wait for the next game to pop up. I'm not sure. Let's see if the document has been updated. Let's just refresh it and see. So it looks like the